Hello everyone in YouTube land, we lovers are back here as always. Alright, another rant. This is something I was going to make a couple of days ago, but I didn't really want to at the time. But I'll do it now, obviously. I'm going to talk about a couple things here, and it's comments. It's about comments that I've been seeing. And this type of debate has been going on for a long time now, and it's not really the end of the world. Now you're probably going to think, oh my god, you're making a big deal about this, blah blah, whatever. But 30 frames per second versus 60 frames per second debate. We're in 2017, almost in 2020, right? We're at that point where, in my opinion, some people don't care, alright? But I do. I think 30 frames per second is very unacceptable when it comes to games nowadays. Because we're all playing on 1080p TVs and some people are playing on 4K TVs. It's unacceptable, I think. Games should be running at 60 frames per second. If you can get it to that point, do it, you know? And I know developers are capable of doing that. Now, the reason why I'm doing this topic is because, like, Sonic Forces, which releases, I don't know, sometime later this year, it's coming out on Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. It's 60 frames per second on PS4 and Xbox One, but it's 30 frames per second on the Switch. And I find that really, really hard to believe that it is. I know a lot of people are thinking, who cares? It's not a big deal. Why do you care? Why are you making a video about this? You know? And I know, I don't blame you. But at the same time, it doesn't matter to me, personally. I mean, we need games to be running at 60 frames per second, alright? Not even, there are games, some games, a lot of games, that on the PS4 Pro that don't even run at full 60 frames per second because they can't get it to that point in 4K for some reason. I don't know, it's about optimization or some shit, I don't know. I don't know nothing about game development, but I know enough that third parties are lazy and they don't even want to try to learn Nintendo's hardware. Splatoon 2 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is running at 60 frames per second. Yeah, Breath of the Wild was running at 30 and 900p, whatever. But I believe with the update, they upped it though. And the slowdown is gone, so that's great. But it only happened, obviously, at very small parts of the game. Certain parts of the game, so Mario Kart 8 runs at full, smooth, buttery smooth, 60 frames per second at 1080p. Same with Splatoon 2. That was announced. That was confirmed. I believe Mario Odyssey will be too. So, if they can do it, why can't third parties do it? But especially with Sonic Forces. Come on. I mean, we all have seen gameplay of the game. There's a lot going on in the background. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in pretty much every game. It just depends. It's just, you know, action happening in the background or whatever. But if Nintendo can do it, why can't third parties even try or put some effort into it? You know what I mean? Like, downgrading. You don't need to downgrade any game for the Switch. Especially a game like Sonic Forces, alright? Probably some games you have to for the Switch, but really, Sonic Forces, I find that really hard to believe and find that just unfair and actually just bullshit, in my opinion. Maybe some people will agree with me, maybe some people won't, about those 60 frames, 30 frames versus 60 frames per second thing. Some people don't, and I respect that. If people don't care how their games run, you know, they're just playing it and having fun. And I like fun too, but I want my game to run well, not like shit. And I can tell a difference between 30 and 60 frames per second. You can tell a difference, just like how you can tell a difference between 720p and 1080p, or whatever, 1080p and 4K. Not everyone can tell a difference between, everyone has different eyes, alright, I get it. But there is a difference. There is a fucking difference, okay? Not a massive leap, but there is a difference though. Just like 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second. It's like every game should be running at 60 frames per second. That's just it should. That's not even should. It is like that. It's what it should be. You know what I mean? Like there's no excuse anymore. There's no excuse with third parties, especially with third parties porting their game, not porting, but making games for Switch and Nintendo systems. There's no excuse for that. You know what I mean? Like again, you're probably thinking, why are you making a video about this? Why? I already told you it's about Sonic Forces, and yeah, Sonic Forces. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah, that was pretty much the big game. That was the big game that came out at a couple days. It was like a couple weeks ago. I think it was like during E3 or something like that. I heard about it and I was like, I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. And then it came out again and I saw it on my Nintendo News and I was like, oh, really? Maybe they'll send out a patch or an update or something or whatever like that. I really don't know. Maybe they would have to send out a patch for that for the Switch version. Run at 60 frames per second or something. Especially when you're playing like Sonic, you know. I mean, a lot of people won't notice it, like I said. Everyone's eyes are different, but whatever. If you can get a game running in its fullest potential, why the fuck not? And I know the Switch is capable of that, alright? So anyways, rant done, whatever you want to call it. So, comment down below what you think about this. Do you care? You probably don't. I do care, though. So, yeah, anyways, peace out. More random videos coming soon. Peace out. Later. Bye.